Good morning, tubers, and welcome to another stream of consciousness video from deep within the bowels of the Stinkbug Works, that super secret research and development division of Dr. Jet Laboratories. Anyway, we're going to talk about the 12-inch challenge. Yeah, I call it the 10-inch challenge for too many a number of times. And just for Big B, here's a cup of coffee for you. Anyway, I thought I'd share a little development on prototype number 2. It's getting pretty close to going. I have started to get my electronics. I thought I'd show you the turn fin, and then I want to do a shout out to Big B. The turn fin on prototype number 1, I used this readily available a commercial turn fin, and I cut it down quite a bit. And after doing that, I said, I can make a lot better turn fin. So I made this cool turn fin right here with a nice little curve to it and a nice little bend, and it's nice and shiny and so forth. Now you're going to ask me, how on earth did I get that nice circular bend in that turn fin? And it's quite simple. I made a die out of that Delrin stuff that I have so much of. I ran a 20 millimeter ball end mill down here. I take a piece of aluminum, put it in here, take a bar and crush it in the arbor press, and voila, a curved turn fin. Dumbass Dr. Jet cut this one off too short after he worked on it, so I had to make another one, but that's no big deal. I'm going to use the same wooden rudder bracket and outside linkage that I did on prototype number 1. I think that's actually kind of cool. So today I'll probably put the pivot bits in here, and then the rudder blades are going to go, this will get attached to the rudder blades. And I'll make the rudder blades out of some carbon. I've got a bunch of carbon, something like this. So rudder blade will glue into here, and that'll be how the rudder works. Anyway, I want to thank Big B again for turning me on to this product here, Tack. And here's what I'm going to do with this thing. In the ski here, is my stuffing tube. But you see, there's holes all around the stuffing tube where water can come in. So my plan is I'm going to take this Tack and pack in all the open ends here in this ski, and then pour epoxy with a Cabosil into here, just enough to seal it. I don't want to fill the whole thing up with epoxy. That would weigh a pound. So that's the plan. I'll use Loctite Tack as a dam here in my ski so the epoxy won't come out. And I think this one is going to turn out to be lighter than prototype number 1. And it may be because I used basswood on that rather than balsa. But whatever it is, prototype number 2 is coming along quite well. So I just thought I'd fill you in and let you see what's happening. Talk about how to make a curved turn fin. Bigger boats, you got to get a bigger ball end mill. And I think 20 millimeters is the biggest ball end I have today, but that's not saying I can't get something bigger later. Anyway, so there you go, folks. A quick little update. Shout out to all my friends. Oh, you know what? Let's talk about something. One of my viewers, and actually I've known this fellow for quite some time on one of the forums. He's a guy in England that is a real skilled builder. And he said, you know, a rigger may not be the best thing for the little short course you have. Because remember, my course is 50 feet. And I told him of a story when I was in the university up at San Luis Obispo studying architecture. And the professor came in and gave the class a design problem. It doesn't matter what it was. It was a design problem. You know, design a space for something. And he showed the class examples of the prior year's solution to this problem. And what did everybody do? They copied the example. And except for one guy started with a clean sheet of paper and said, no, I'm going to design this project from the ground up and not pay attention to what happened before. And that was the whole point of the exercise. Just because somebody showed you something, how they're doing it, doesn't mean that's going to be the best way to solve the problem. And in fact, this fellow, who I shall just refer to as NP suggested, well, what about one of those little subsurface drive Naviga boats? Those things will turn on a dime and give you 9 cents change. And I kind of chuckled in my response and told him the story of Cal Poly, that, you know, just because you see something saying, oh, here's the solution, a rigger might not be the answer to Dr. Jet's 12-inch challenge. So all you guys out there building, don't limit your thinking. Until next time, Jet out.